To hear next from our top female on Zindi, and that is none other than Stella Kimani. So please help me welcome Stella Kimani on the channel today. Stella, how are you? First of all, congratulations for taking up this title. How are you today?
Thank you, Sam. I'm good. I apologize for my camera. I'm using a really old laptop, but it's served me well so far. So thank you for the honorary title. Yes, and I'm happy to be here. I'm learning a lot. Happy to meet Avishkar. I know there's a time that I participated in one of their challenges. That is the turtle recall challenge. You can already see the kind of impact they have to make. So I'm really happy to be here. So I know there are so many students hungry to know how you make it on Zindi, but it is important to take your time, understand yourself, first of all, individually as a person, without maybe forming groups, understand what you're able to do. So for me personally, I can say I had an even tougher journey than Avishkar because I was not even from a technical background. I did finance. So having to sort of grown up in that space and be passionate enough even to lead is something that I can say I'm really proud of. So understanding your strengths, because we are not the same, understand your strengths and your weaknesses, and then be ready to learn. So I can talk about the benefits of joining Zindi for a new student, a new data scientist, someone who has that journey to make. So number one, you get to build your skills. Joining competitions can help a young data scientist hone their skills, and then you're able to work on real world problems. So how you get to learn is by exploring new approaches, because for a certain competition, for example, the rubrics competition that I've seen, we're not going to expect the same kind of solutions from anyone. So be happy enough to be unique. Actually, I would really hope that people get to tackle these challenges alone rather than as a team. Yes, you get to learn a lot as a team, but sometimes you find that you piggybacking off someone. So it's good to really get in there, build your skills. That's the only way that you'll be able to learn your journey and understand yourself. Then number two, you get to learn from others. So participants always, post on the chat the kind of challenges they are having. Maybe you can start thinking about another approach if yours not working. And then you gain the exposure, you're able to showcase your high quality work. Maybe if you start building confidence, we're even going to be able to see it from you. So you're able to gain experience, and then you, in time, build the reputation within the data science community. Then number four, you get to network. There are so many opportunities for you to grow, to mentor, to get mentored. Then it's all about the confidence. Then you get to earn rewards. It's never. I know it's one of the main motivating factors to get that $10,000, $5,000. As little as it is, even the Zindi points, they are going to help you build your confidence and then motivate you enough to win. So, a word of advice: try and research as much as possible before joining any competition. Make sure you understand the metrics. I know people mostly think that they can just, deep dive in it, but you need to understand the metrics. Maybe if it's evaluation metrics, what are they exactly going to solve? As in, how are you solving the problem? So before you join any competition, make sure, no matter how easy it is, it can really be tricky. Then look at your data. The data tells a lot more than we understand. So it can be maybe biased. Just look at what the data is telling you. Then if you're stuck, reach out to people, please. There's nothing new under the sun. Happy to say that anything that is worth the effort, you're just going to see that even it comes easy for you. Yeah, so I know it's challenging, you know, solutions are not as easy as, they're not very easy to, understand. Yeah. So make sure to you just do your best. Let me say, do your best and reach out if you stuck. That's it for me, Sam.
No, that's really inspiring because I think for all those that are just starting out these challenges, I'm sure they'd love to know probably like what was it like a first starting point? Like how did you get to that level? I know you've talked about be unique, be confident, understand the particular problem you're trying to solve. Also look into the things you have to grow your network with the resources. But at the very, very starting point, what really pushed you into the data science career that you're pursuing?
Okay. First of all, I'll say it begins with passion. If you see people
Mm.
competing and then you're just doing it to follow suits, it might not work. So you need to have the passion to be able to want to solve certain problems. So at work, I work in the development sector, um, trying to use AI to solve any kind of government problem or NGO problem that want to make a difference. So I realized that I didn't have the right skills. I started working on my roadmap. So I enrolled on Moringa. They have some very nice foundational skills for data scientists. And then as you progress, now that's when I'm saying you need to understand your strengths and weaknesses. So if you're not particularly good at coding, but you can understand the problem, then take some time off and really learn how to code. There's so many free resources out there. You can always pose your code to someone and ask them, what's happening. I can't solve this. So leverage on others, learn as much as possible. So once I was comfortable with coding, I took up deep learning now. Because deep learning is really different from machine learning. You need to have mastered one first before you get into the other. So before you're able to solve maybe image classification, you need to understand maybe simpler challenges like linear regression, use of machine learning. Then go to deep learning so that you avoid getting frustrated. Then make sure you also understand the statistical part of it. It's not something that you can skip out on because it tells you the trends in the data. You're able to understand how the data is correlated and all that. So it's as easy as it comes, but unfortunately, you really have to work. And then for competitions, I'd say get started on them as early as possible. Yeah. So don't join in a competition. Maybe it's 1 month to go. You'll become very frustrated because you'll not have enough time to research as much as you would want.
You make a really good mentor, Stella. You make a really good mentor. Now it just makes me wonder if you have in like video resources where you actually teach somebody from like zero to hero. Those resources maybe you might speak on or you like to share.
Yes, I can share some that I have. I
Great,
will
great,
share.
great, great.
Get in touch with you then. We'll laugh.
Definitely, definitely. I think thank you so much, Stella, and thank you for finding the time to be able to inspire us here. Personally, I think you really are taking up the important roles that we need to in our society. It's quite rare to see a lot of female-led or female participation in this particular career. So I would like to congratulate you for taking up the time and the passion in that career. For anyone else that is really looking forward to reach to the expertise that Stella is, then definitely you can use the Discord channel to post the questions, to get in touch with her, as we've been talking about trying to grow your community. This is what UmojaHack is all about. So the opportunities we're talking about, this is where you get to, harness them.